And unfortunately, Marbs is gonna get booted from the side. We'll bring in Castagna to that position. So now we've got the small forward line and the two talls. We've got Rewalt, Griffiths, Bolton, Castagna, Rioli, and Butler Chol. We'll exit the side. I feel like Menadue comes back in. Actually, Brandon Ellis probably comes into the side. Hasn't got a game. Markov hasn't done a hell of a lot coming off that back line. So we're probably going to bring in Corey Ellis as well. So we're bringing in both Ellises to the side. While we've gone with an even smaller forward line than previously. Alright. Dennis Committee. And look, the game's running fine. Everyone hates this song, don't they?
The cheer squad's hard work is paying off. The banner looks great and everything is spelled correctly.
Oh, it's the ad boards around the ground that I changed as well. Yeah, here come the Tigers! So we're from Tigerland, the fighting fury, we're from Tigerland. In any weather you will see us with a grin. Hey, risking getting skin. Hey, we're behind the never mind, we'll fight and win. Well, you can't really read the full banner, I suppose, because the players are in the way. Maybe I'll have to work on that one. Anyway, as you can see, the twitch.tv/Twisty stream says it in the ads on the sides. Get around it! Anyway, I'll see how much more I'll edit. The Eagles win the toss-up and kick into the punt road end in this first term. Here we go! Nankervis and Cochin and Nat Nui in the middle of the ground. Absolute whack. Oh no, there we go. So straight out of there we got Cripps, we got Rance. Nat Nui gets it off to Shepherd, I think it was. It was Elliot Yo. And he scores a goal. So that is a handy start for the West Coast Eagles there. Look at that handball, just went straight into space. Rance got dumped and the Eagles managed to get away smoothly. There's Rance. Got it out. Oh, left foot snap around the corner. Who was that? That was Dom Sheed. He's a solid shot for goal. Dave Asprey sitting in the goal line going, what happened there? The Eagles, once again, just the ball has lived in their forward 50 at the moment. Oh, look at that. Out of the middle again. To Shuey. Oh, it's Wellingham. That's right, Shuey's not even playing. A lot of people think I changed the settings at like 3/4 time or whatever to come back. But it's legit not the case. I play this game so momentumly that I can get on a run and I can lose a run. Like, it's just how it works. Don't understand. Alright, back in there again, Nankervis. He's getting wrecked by Nat Nui. And once again, the Eagles, the ball has lived forward of centre. It's almost impossible for us to get the ball forward at the moment. We got Kennedy in the ruck now, so surely Nankervis needs to take advantage of this. The Eagles take advantage, get it off to Pritis and run inside and kick another one. 4 goals to zip. For whatever reason, it sometimes takes, half a game to 3/4 of a game to get into it. Nankervis gives away the free again. So the Eagles can push forward once more. Finally, the Tigers looking to... I think that's the first time I've actually got the ball forward to the halfway mark for the whole game. There's Dusty. Gets out of there with a beautiful little handball. Now went in the Prestia direction. Should have picked it up instead. Butler got near it. Then he got absolutely dumped off play. And the Eagles will take a nice little mark with Butler there. They got another option down there. I could see that. That was Sammy Mitchell. Goes wider still. McIntosh probably could have cut it off. Instead went with the spoil. And then there's Edwards in there as well. Alright, and he's won himself a free. Drew the free kick on Drew. Alright, there's Griffiths. That's what we want from your big tall. Goes to Rewalt, and he's got him. He kicked 8 last week. Remember that, Jack? Alright, see, can he start well here? Difficult kick from 50. Not sure it's going to make the distance. Rioli at the back of the pack. Ball spills. Castagna with the crumb. Oh, it was perfect. It was perfect crumbing work there from George. Josh Kennedy is killing Nankervis at the moment. And again, we'll get the free. No advantage. Don't want that. Alright, Nank. The tank. Nankervis. Can he kick it? Goes again in the Rioli direction, but Rewald takes the grab. And the Tigers can line up for their first once more. 15 out, little angle, and goes straight through. At the Ponsford stand end. Out of the middle again. Pritis Coriolis trying to get on his man. It's a big thumping torpedo from Josh Hill. And the Eagles get another. So centre clearances. Absolute domination at the moment from the West Coast. Castagnet might have been just trying to knock his man off the play. And it's not going to be the case. Cochin goes long. Ball out the back. Will it go all the way from Cochin? Oh, it's hit the post. Almost a monstrous goal on quarter time. As a tough contest. Alright, Nankervis, you got to lift this term, and he does. Already gets the first hit out of the contest. The Shadows are bugged in the middle of the ground. They're not moving whatsoever. Maybe it's because I've turned them off or something. Who knows. Dom Sheets taking a mark about 45 out. A little bit of angle. Goes long to the top of the square. Asprey's back there. It's a goal. I should have just played the percentages and got a fist on it. Tried to mark it instead. Didn't work out for us. Rance off, Ellis on. Maybe, I think Rance must have got injured in that first quarter. That's probably the second week in a row he's carried an injury into the game. Is this Pritis with a long shot or Darling? It was Pritis just offline, one behind. And the Eagles have a 29-point lead at the moment. Making it problematic for the Tigers. Cripps cuts it off. Gee, they're really just cutting off everything. Oh, I went off my man too. Wellingham. And he can line up 30 out, no angle. Really. Not a tricky kick at all. Alright, he's Cochin. Long ball looking for Castagna. Didn't win the contest, but Bolton got there quicker. Now we've got all the Tigers smalls inside 50. Can we use the ball effectively? Gets it to Castagna. Goes with the snap. Oh, just near side. Hutchings gets it. Goes Rewalt in that direction. As well as, I think that was McGovern who he was trying to go to. Griffiths gets the handball out to Butler. Can give it off to Dion Prestia. Runs in, left foot goal. The Tigers get one back. Alright, trims the grass. Dennis. Cochin's got a little bit of space out here. He can run. He's got Dustin Martin out wider still. Just tried to go in that direction. Ball didn't end up in his possession. Free kick Tigers. No advantage. Dusty does not want to take it. He sees Rewald in the pocket. Goes in the Prestia direction. It might have been, but Shepherd got off his man, Rioli, and cut it off. Ball to Butler. Now to Prestia. Inside the 50, Rioli on the lead. He's got it. And Dan Rioli, another big improver, can line up. And kick. Oh, into the post. Into the post. And Castagna's given away free. Jack cut it off. Yes, he does. It's just a poor one-step kick from defence. You cannot afford to do that, West Coast. As Rewalt puts this one through at the punt road end, and the Tigers with back-to-back goals for the first time today. Come on, Dion. Run him down. Nick Natty's quick. Runs to Fitty. Goes with the barrel. Goes through. To Prestia. Back to Martin. Runs to 50. Goes on the left. Because it's Dustin Martin. And he says, I'm going to kick it. And he does. Straight through the sticks. This is why he is the Brownlow favourite. Vintage D. Martin. Give him the 3 votes already. Alright, back in the middle of the ground. Prestia got it to Cochin. Handball went out towards, I think it might have been Sam Mitchell. Almost picked it up, but it was Dusty that got spoiled there. Nankervis also with a spoil. Coriolis bumped off the ball. And now the Eagles trying to get away. But the professional free kick there from Jack Darling. And unfortunately, I've been holding sprint in trying to take the mark. And it's going to end up with a Nat Nui goal. Jeez, my players are getting absolutely dumped off the play. Is that Kennedy? Oh, it's Wellingham. Wellingham. Long from the Eagles. Asprey back there. Didn't get a touch on it. Did not get a touch on it. Can we get the... There it is. He's punched it. Score review says touched. Was not reviewed. Disappointing. Should have gone the goal line cam. You would have clearly seen the ball was touched. Here's Cochin out of the middle. Got it to Edwards. Back towards Prestia. Goes inside the 50. Rioli on the lead. Should take it, and he does. Knows that every opportunity the Tigers need at this stage is critical as Rioli puts it through. Margin back to 33. Goes in the direction of someone. Not sure who it was. Asprey again. Couldn't quite get it in. First half. The ball goes to Dustin Martin. Goes back in his direction. Nankervis just got to get it inside the 50. Rioli one out. Might take it. And on half time can get the margin back to 33 points if he slots his third. Absolute gimme, Richo. And it's an absolute goal. So Rioli puts through his second goal. Thought it was his third. And the Tigers really trying to push on here with a bit of momentum. And it's a 33-point West Coast Eagles halftime lead. We're looking here and we can see at halftime the big critical factor for us is that we are winning the contested ball. We are winning the contested ball. 32-30. You can clearly see a bit of a win for us there. Inside 50s again. We're winning the inside 50s. 14-11. So critical stats, we are controlling at the moment. But in terms of actual possession, we're going at a 1-to-1 kick to handball ratio, which I'm not sure is something that we'd want to do. We'd want to make sure we're kicking the ball a bit more than just this 1-to-1 ratio. 22-to-1 hitouts. So we need to either compete in the ruck or just work off their taps. Either shark their taps or do something about it. Okay, back in the center of the ground, Nankervis, Natanui. Tap went down, the Eagles go forward, as the Tigers really should have thought about their backline interchanging, not at the very beginning of the quarter, and it's just going to end up with the Eagles having free players everywhere, and Mustin at full forward can run in and kick the easiest of goals to begin the third term, and fix up the rotations. Obviously then we got caught trying to rotate two players so that there was no real opportunity for us to get possession of it. Go! Cover him! Oof. So Josh Hill's missed that, and it's double the score at the moment. 40 plays 80. The Tigers trailing by 40 points at the beginning of this third term. One leading into the pocket. He sees Castagna! And gets him on the lead. Georgie boy. The Tigers desperately need this one, and he kicks it through. Little bit of a momentum booster for the Tigers here. Castagna very happy. Even around the ball here once again. Asprey, you got to win this contest. You got to win the contest, Dave. And Maston can just put through another one. He is absolutely wrecking Dave at the moment in that back line. They have to be within 5 goals at three-quarter time if they're to win this. Rioli just put all sorts of pressure on. Then he just turned around, got it over to Prestia, who runs in and kicks the goal. Forward pressure, the #1 forward pressure player in the competition. Daniel Rioli deserves that goal for that beautiful chase. And ended up getting the ball to Dion, who ran in and kicked the goal. So the Tigers and Mark Lacroix takes the mark. Jeez. So at three-quarter time, the Eagles lead it by 45 points. And it's really a very, very tough task for the Tigers to win it here. That's it off. That's smothered. Surely. Dustin Martin goes long. Rewalt's at the back here, and so is Prestia going to run in and kick the goal for the Tigers. But you think it's too late at this stage. Trailing by just 39 points. Cut off. All right, Jack cuts this off. This will be a good kick. If it goes through. Rewalt. And back-to-back goals of the Tigers see them only trailing by 32 points. Punch it, Dave. That's a push in the back. Do you clearly not see the push in the back here, umpire? This is one of the most blatant free kicks I think I've seen all day. Look at this. Just the two hands right there in the back. Clearly. Two hands in the back. Pushes off him. Dave falls over because he's clearly just been pushed. And then it's a mark. It's crap. Go on. Hit it through. Free kick, Richmond. Thank you. Alright, well, Cochin's just going to do his little two-step run up and kick the goal, but oh, it's a 45-point West Coast Eagles lead, and it's really just been the story since the beginning of the match. Dusty's got it! No, it's that score review! Score review! Yeah, shit.
Richmond were punished. How did you see the game, Richard? They're just all over early in the match.
11 goals, 7. Bit of accuracy should have been taken into account. Bit other stuff, you know.
So, how'd you react to Corey Ellis being reported?
Yeah, no, we didn't think there was anything in it, and obviously, you know, we think he'll be fine for the week, and we'll see how he goes and whether or not he plays next week.
Yeah, mate. Look, what went wrong out there in the second quarter? 7 goals for West Coast.
Yeah, we thought, you know, we kicked 5 goals as well, so we thought the game opened up a little bit in that term, and you know, it was really just around the clearance. They were able to dominate us and create all kinds of issues. They were just finding space left, right, and centre, and it really made it, you know, a huge issue for us going forward. So it's just one of those things, I suppose, that we tried. You know, a couple of different players tried putting Rioli into the middle of the ground when the game was sort of beyond, you know, repair in the third and last quarters. But yeah, it's just their ruck dominance we thought was really good, and while we were trying to read their taps was a bit difficult for us. Yeah.
Charlie from the Age here. The Eagles had a terrific conversion rate when they went inside 50. You had more inside 50s but failed to capitalise. Is that where the game was lost?
No, I don't think so. I think our defensive pressure was a little bit off today. I mean, we thought we had a pretty good conversion rate once we did get the ball inside 50. Obviously, we had the 18 scoring shots at the end of the day, but we just thought that their entries were just a little bit too easy, and there wasn't a lot of pressure around the ball. When they went inside their 50, they were sort of just running into a bit of a paddock of space. So, you know, we tried could have put maybe one behind the ball, but it would have made it, yeah, I'm not sure how much that would have done to help that cause. Yeah.
The centre bounces were a problem. How do you decide to fix this?
Oh, look, the centre bounces, yeah, obviously, once again, it goes back to their ruck dominance. And really, Nat Nui was superb today. We thought Nank battled hard and did a right around the ground, but, you know, when you've got a guy who's 200 and something centimetres and can run quicker than most of your team, it's going to be pretty hard to stop, I think.
Do you feel that the umpiring contributed to Richmond's defeat tonight?
Nah, nothing.
Barry Bowen from the budget here. How do you feel about going down to a team who very rarely wins at the G?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I mean, obviously, they play a very defensive sort of thing, sort of game style where they just try and block your space. But I thought today they were very different in the way they were playing, a lot more attacking, a lot more using the corridor. So definitely we tried to adjust a few things to stop that, but it was just a little difficult come into the game.
Yeah, haste, but Sam from Goatley Media here. We saw Rance go down early in the first. Is there any news on the injury front for the team heading into next week?
Yeah, he definitely won't play next week. He'll have scans tomorrow to see what it is, but obviously, you know, tried to come back on, but you know, is in a bad way, so he could be out for a couple of months. But again, we'll await scans next week, over the next couple of days, I suppose. All right, thanks guys. Thank you very much.